Welcome to LRS Technologics. My name is Ravi. Today we are going to discuss about polymorphism in C Sharp. Okay. In polymorphism, we have different kind of methods, process like method overloading, method overriding, method hiding, and method signature. Okay. This polymorphism concept is one of the part in OOPS. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about polymorphism in C sharp. Okay, what is method overloading? It is an approach of defining multiple methods with same name under a class. Okay, usually it is not possible to define multiple methods with same name. Okay, it throws an error. However, by using method overloading concept, we can achieve this. Okay, we can define multiple methods with same name with below approaches like number of parameters, type of parameters, and order of parameters. Okay, example, public void test. This is a method. So I can define same method with a parameter. Okay, I can define the same method with different type of parameter. Here I declared as int and here I am declaring as string. Okay, I can define the same method with number of parameters. Okay, int and string and two parameters here. Here is one parameter. Okay, here uh, the same method I can define with order of parameters. Here int and string, that string and int. Okay, because this is one of the important concept in method in oops. Okay, because if we want to define same method with different approaches, we can achieve this one. Okay, return type will not be consideration for method overloading. Only parameters will be taken into consideration. Okay, if we change the return type, here it is void. If we change it to string, then it is a invalid. So we cannot define a method like this. Okay, why we need method overload? Okay, it is an approach of defining same method with different behaviors. Okay, so same method can be used to different behaviors and different outputs. Okay, actually it is hard to remember all the methods if we have a different name for each. Okay, so this helps developers to remember the methods easily. For example, there is a method called index of. Okay, the same method I can use for different outputs. Okay, in the first approach, I just need to return a value of wo. Okay, so uh, position of wo. So it returns the first occurrence, first position of a string. Okay, in the second approach, it returns the first occurrence which is after fifth position, because I have declared the starting position as 5, which is which will return the occurrence which is after fifth position. So that way we can uh, call the same method for different purposes. Okay, this is called overload. If we have a different methods for each of these two, it is hard to remember for us to call the method. So if we have by overloading, we can achieve this one, and this is a best example for us. Okay, what is polymorphism? Polymorphism is nothing but a changing the behavior based on inputs. Okay, if we give a input, it it behaves in a different manner. Okay, it is same like us. If we get a good like if we uh, if we heard a good news, we will be happy. If we heard a bad news, we will be sad. So it is same kind of like it is behaving in a different manners by differenting based on different inputs. Okay, The next concept is what is overriding. Okay, override is, it is an approach of re-implementing the parent class method under the child class with same signature. Okay, so method overriding is defining a method, the same method with different types. Okay, method overriding is a concept of re-implementing the parent class method in the child class. Okay, here we need to remember that overridden can be done in only the parent and child relationship, whereas method overload can be done in within the class or the child class. We can do both there, but overridden can be done only in the child classes, not in the same class. Okay, here method overriding means it is a re-implementing the parent class methods, but overriding is a it is not an re-implementing, it is a different type. Okay, uh, the next one is method hiding. Method hiding, it is an approach of re-implementing the parent classes method under the child class with exactly same name and signature. Okay, so here method overriding and hiding both are same, it is re-implementing the parent class methods in the child class, but what is the difference? We'll see that. Okay, child class can re-implement any parent method even if the method is not declared as virtual. Okay, I forgot a point in the method overriding. If we need to re-implement a parent class method in the child class, the parent class method should have a keyword modifier as a virtual. So in the child class the same method can be overridden with override uh, modifier. So if we want to do a method overriding, parent class method should be declared as virtual, and in the child class the same method should be declared as override. That way we can override the any method in the child class. Okay, but hiding, it is not mandatory to declare as a virtual methods. Okay, with a new keyword in the child class we can hide any method which is under parent class. Okay, with the new keyword we can hide any method. There is no restriction to the permission from the parent class like virtual in the overriding. Okay, we cannot use method hiding concept for methods because virtual methods only can be overridden. So it's like what if we declare a parent class method as virtual, that can be overridden in the child class, but the same can be cannot be hidden. Okay, if we create an instance in the child class for the parent class using child class reference and call the parent class method which are overridden and hidden in the child classes, we can call only the overridden methods, not hidden methods. Okay, means if we create a parent class, okay, instance in the child class with child class reference, okay, and if we want to call the method which is overridden and hidden in the child classes, only the overridden can be called, and the but hidden method cannot be called because the because we used new keyword. That means we are re-implementing the method in the child class, right? So which will be treated as a new implementation. If the method which is purely defined in the child class, we cannot access that using parent class reference. Okay, that we already discussed in the inheritance class. So if the method is purely defined on the child class, that cannot be called using parent class reference or parent methods. So here also it is using the same concept. Okay, so we can overridden method can be, we can call that overridden method can be called, and it will implement the same, it will execute the child class implementation, but hidden method will be execute or shows the only the parent class implementation, not the child class, because in the child class which is treated as the new one. So that is the difference between overload and overriding. Okay, what is method signature? Method signature is consists of method name and type of and kind of parameters. Okay, that is called as method signature, and the return type will not be consideration in the signature, and the params modifier, the because it is a parameter which will be declared at the last in the parameters, so that is also not be consideration in the method signature. Okay, now we will see the differences between method overloading, method overriding, and method hiding. Okay, first method overloading. In this case, we define multiple methods with same name by changing their parameters. Okay, what is overriding? In this case, we define multiple methods with same name and same parameters. Okay, here we are changing the parameters. Here we are not changing any parameters. Over method hiding. In this case, we can define multiple method with same name and the same parameters. Okay, my mistake. In this case also it is same. In this case we define multiple methods with same name and same parameter. Okay, the second point. This can be performed either within a class as well as between parent and child classes also. As I informed, this overloading can be done within the class, same class, or in the child and parent and child classes as well. Okay, method. This can be only performed. This can only be performed in child classes and never be performed within the same class. Okay, this is also this can be performed only the child classes, never be performed within the same class, because there should be a parent and child class relation required to override or to hide a method. But for overloading, it is not required a relationship. Okay. The third point, while overriding a parent class's method under the child class doesn't require to take a permission from the parent class, which means it doesn't require any permission or a special condition to overload a method. Whereas in the overriding, while overriding a parent methods under child class, it requires permission from the parent class by define the parent class method with virtual keyword. As we discussed in the last previously, if you want to override the method, it should be required as a keyword with virtual in the parent class, then only we can override the method in the child class. Okay, which means we require a permission from the parent class to override a method. It is not a mandatory to override all the virtual methods in the child class. It is, however, it is not a mandatory thing. So if we require to override a method, we should use the override keyword in the child class, then it can be overridden. Okay, what is over hiding? While overloading a parent class method under the child class doesn't require it to take a permission from the parent class. Okay, while hiding method hiding, while hiding a parent class method under the child class doesn't require to take a permission from the parent class. We can hide any parent class methods except the virtual methods. Okay. Next point. Overloading is all about high defining multiple behaviors to a method. Okay. Overriding is changing a behavior of a method under a child class. Okay. What is hiding? Method hiding also same. It is a changing behavior under the child class with keyword new keyword. With a new keyword is to use in the child class to hide a parent class method. Okay, multiple behavior. What is next point in the overloading? Multiple behaviors of the same method. Okay, changing or modifying the original implementation of the method. Method hiding. We cannot call child class implementation if we call the hidden method with the parent class instance with child class references. So it is we are using new keyword, so we cannot call the child class method if we use the parent class reference, parent class instance with child class reference. Okay, next one in the overloading. If we want to have a different behavior based on the parameters, we need to go for this. If we want to have a method with a different implementation, we need to go for this. Method we are hiding also same. If we want to have a different implementation, so we need to go for this. Okay, but there is a complication. There is a difference between these three. Okay, so. Uh, Thanks for watching my video. That's it for today. Please subscribe for more videos. Have a nice day.